Hey, I'm Tyler Sanford, the founder of StaxInvesting. So, I'm a software engineer by trade. I've been developing for 22 years and professionally for 13 years. I'm also a Marine Corps veteran. I've been interested in trading since 2014. I started off with Bitcoin when it was under $1. It pushed up to about $1,000 and I cashed out. But ever since then, I've been hooked on trading. So probably about 2017, 2018, I decided that I wanted to focus more on learning. I started off with options. I didn't really have any clear direction, joined probably about 10 different guru groups and paid money to learn, but ultimately wasn't successful with any of them. So I decided to, use my software skills to find a way to become profitable. So I spent thousands of hours watching YouTube videos, and then I would take the strategies that I learn about and I would convert them into code. I would use TradingView PineScript and I would code them out. And then I would back test them and I would forward test them and I would use my own money along the way to see if those strategies were profitable. And I found out along the way that most of those strategies on YouTube, they're just hype, and most of them were not profitable. But I found little bits and pieces that, could make you profitable, and I ended up putting them all together into my own strategy. So I call my own strategy the dual trend strategy, and I've been working on this strategy since about 2019 now. By about 2023, I had become profitable using my strategy. I had my own Discord group, only had about 60 or 70 members at the time, and I was coaching people on how to become profitable using my strategy. By about 2024, I decided that I wanted to try to automate my strategy. It's always been my end goal to create a system using my software skills that could trade for me and allow me to focus on my family and other things that I wanted to do. So by about November 2024, I really started to focus on creating the automation software. I researched brokers that allowed you to trade options by API. The list was pretty limited, but ultimately I landed on Tasty Trade. By about May of 2025, I had switched from paper trading into real trading with real money. And ever since then, my system has grown. I'm currently up to over $120,000 on the account, and that's from $1,000 start. In the first 2 to 3 months of trading with the automated software, I was very high risk. I was doing 20% of my account per trade, and it allowed me to grow enormously in May. May was just a phenomenal month. But then June hit me hard. I had a day where I lost $16,000 in a single day. And it was that day that I decided that, I would scale back on my risk. It wasn't smart to be trading with 20% of my account per trade. So currently I'm at around 5%, 4 or 5% of my account per trade, and I stick at that. So, if you look at my historical profit and my gains and my P&L and such, you'll see that I grew a lot in May and the beginning of June, and then the growth sense has slowed down and become much more linear. And that's mainly because of scaling back my risk. Since about July, I've been using the same settings ever since. The only thing that I change is, I rebalance my account every couple of months. Previously, I was using $3,000 per trade. Currently, I'm at 4,000 per trade. I've been using 4,000 per trade for about 2 months now. I'll probably bump it up to five here in another month or two, depending on how things go. But I'm real happy with my current growth and my success. And it's always been my goal to help other people. So, first it was coaching, and now it's with my software. I want to share my software with everybody and allow everybody to grow the same way that I have. So, what sets my software apart is even though I make it completely generic, where you can use any strategy, whether you're an advanced trader or a beginner trader, you can use AI, you can use some Python code, you can wire it up to your own trading view. The software runs completely agnostic of my dual trend strategy. But, if you want to use my dual trend strategy, that's great. That's what sets me apart is I provide for free, included with my software, a strategy that is proven and that works. I've been tracking all of my trade data since 2023. Every trade that I've ever alerted with my system, both, previously manual and now automated, I've tracked the entry, the exits, the highs, the lows, the volume, the drawdown, the amount of drawdown to various targets from 1% all the way up to 1,000% if the trade goes that big. I'm tracking the open high low close on the 1 minute time frame. And I have all this data saved in a database. And what that has allowed me to do is create a back testing platform that can back test on the options trades. And that's something that most other brokers or systems don't allow you to back test with. They only allow you to back test on the main chart. So with my system, I'm able to back test on the options data that I've been saving, and it really has allowed my strategy to just excel. I've fine-tuned it. I automate back testing that runs every single day in the middle of the night with all of my historical data. With each new day, the added data gets added in. And as time grows and I have more data, it's only going to get better. So yeah, my dual trend strategy is available if you want to trade with that with the software, or if you want to bring your own strategy into the software, and you can do that too. I've made the software so that anybody can use it with any strategy. Most other trading groups are charging anywhere from $8,000 up to $30,000 just for their software, with then another yearly fee of, I don't know, I've seen $2,000 to $5,000 a year in addition. I just think the bar for entry is way too high when you're charging that much. So, we decided to do things a little bit differently. We're charging $400 a month, flat rate, no contracts. It comes with the software, it comes with the lifetime updates. All that is included. It comes with the dual trend strategy. If you want to use that, that's cool. My support is top notch. My members come to me all the time and they ask, hey, can you include this feature? And I'm like, sure, I'll build it out. I build out their feature and everybody benefits from it. In the community, I would like my members to share strategy and discuss strategy for the betterment of everybody. I'm also tracking the analytical data on all of our trades. So I've been tracking this data since September 3rd of 2025. And we just passed 2 weeks ago $1 million in cumulative profits across all of the members using the automation system. So what this will allow us to do as well is we're essentially crowdsourcing the settings. Now, we don't save any PPI or anything like that. It's just strictly data of the system. What settings were you using, how much money you made using those settings. And then we take these analytics and we share it back to the community. So everybody benefits, everybody's learning, everybody's growing. That's really what we're trying to build here is a community of traders who help each other make as much money as we can. If the community does that, then I'll do my end to add as many features and provide as much support with the software that I can so that we can just be the best automated system that there is. Thank you guys.